Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always ready to explore.
Today we're tackling the world of software houses, specifically their tech strategies.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we've got this in-depth document. It's basically like a blueprint for success in the tech world.
A blueprint, huh? So like a guide to building a thriving software company.
Exactly. And the best part is, it's not just theory. It's packed with practical advice, real, actionable steps.
I like that. Practicality is key, especially in such a fast-paced industry.
Right. So let's jump in. One of the first things this document stresses is the importance of a clear vision. Like a guiding principle for everything you do.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, without a vision, you're kind of just drifting, right?
Yeah, exactly. They even give this example, like aiming to be the market leader in AI-powered software solutions.
Ah, so like a North Star. It gives you a direction, helps you navigate all the complexities of the tech world.
I like that analogy, a North Star. And it reminds me of companies like Google. Their mission to organize the world's information has basically guided everything they've done.
Oh, absolutely. It's led to innovations we use every single day.
Okay, so we've got the vision, but how do we actually get there? Well, the document then dives into setting concrete objectives.
Right, because a vision without a plan is just a daydream.
Exactly. And they emphasize going beyond just enhancing product offerings. It's about exceeding customer expectations.
Interesting. So not just meeting the bare minimum, but truly wowing your users.
Yeah. Things like usability, reliability, and speed, they all have to be top-notch.
I see. So making sure your software is intuitive, it loads quickly, and it never ever crashes.
Exactly. It's about creating an experience that's so good, it leaves a lasting impression.
Makes me think of Spotify. Their recommendation algorithms are so spot on, it's almost creepy.
Yeah. It's like they know your music tastes better than you do.
They've definitely nailed that exceeding expectations thing.
Okay, now let's talk innovation. The document is really big on dedicating resources to research and development, especially in emerging technologies.
Oh, that's crucial. You can't just rest on your laurels in the tech world. You got to keep pushing boundaries.
Oh, right. And they specifically mention things like AI, blockchain, and Web3. What kind of impact do you think those technologies can have on a software house?
Well, it's all about staying ahead of the curve, isn't it? Imagine a software house using AI to analyze user data, predicting what features users will need next.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Or think about blockchain, they could use it to create super secure and transparent systems.
Yeah, that makes sense. And Web3, I mean, that has the potential to completely change how we interact with the internet.
It does. So yeah, embracing these technologies is definitely a smart move for any software house looking to the future.
Now, as companies grow, they inevitably face the challenge of scaling.
Right. Handling more users, more data, more everything.
Yeah, and the document highlights managing infrastructure costs as a key concern during this growth phase.
Oh, for sure. Things can get out of hand quickly if you're not careful.
Totally. So how does a software house, prevent itself from being crushed under the weight of its own success?
Well, efficient architecture design is key. You need a system that can handle the load without breaking the bank.
I see.
And the document emphasizes the importance of cloud computing, using services like auto-scaling, which basically means your resources adjust automatically based on demand.
So you only pay for what you actually use.
Precisely. And it can be a lifesaver when it comes to managing costs, especially as you scale.
Okay, now to keep everything running smoothly, the document suggests standardizing the technology stack.
Oh, that's super important for collaboration and efficiency.
Right. And they even recommend specific technologies,
Yeah.
like React for the front end, Node.js for the back end, and PostgreSQL for databases.
It's like having a common language. Everyone on the team can understand and work with the code easily.
Yeah, it prevents that whole too many cooks in the kitchen situation.
Yeah. Exactly. And it can be especially helpful when you're onboarding new developers. It gets them up to speed much faster.
This next part is really interesting to me. Data-driven decision-making.
Mm.
They really push for gathering insights from how people are actually using the software.
Yeah, it's about moving beyond gut feelings and making decisions based on hard data.
Exactly. And they suggest building internal dashboards to track key performance indicators, or KPIs.
Oh, that's a great way to visualize what's working and what's not.
Right. Like imagine you see that people are abandoning a certain feature. That's a clear sign that something needs to change.
You got to listen to the data. It's like having a direct line to your users telling you what they need.
Okay, shifting gears a bit, let's talk security and compliance. The document has some strong recommendations in this area.
Absolutely crucial, especially in today's world.
Yeah, they specifically mention regular audits, penetration testing, and adhering to standards like GDPR.
It's like building a house. You wouldn't just leave the doors and windows wide open, right?
Yeah, good point.
Security needs to be baked into the development process from the very beginning.
So it's not an afterthought.
Exactly. And it's not just about protecting the company, it's about protecting user data as well.
Now, to keep pace with the ever-changing tech landscape, the document advocates for agile and DevOps practices.
Ah, yes. Those are essential for staying competitive in the software world.
Right. But honestly, sometimes it feels like a bunch of buzzwords. Continuous integration, continuous delivery, automated testing. What does all that actually mean for a software house?
Well, think of it as a well-oiled machine. Agile allows for flexibility and quick adjustments so you can respond to changes quickly.
Okay, that makes sense.
And DevOps streamlines the whole process of getting your software from development to deployment. It's all about speed and efficiency.
So you can release new features and updates much faster.
Exactly. And that's a huge advantage in a market where things move so quickly.
Now, you can't build a great product without a great team. The document emphasizes investing in talent development and retention.
Oh, absolutely. Your people are your most valuable asset.
Right. And they suggest creating a culture that values growth and innovation.
It's about providing opportunities for professional development, training programs, mentorship, things like that.
I see. So you're not just hiring people, you're investing in them.
Exactly. And that makes them feel valued, which in turn makes them more likely to stay with the company.
Makes sense. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of infrastructure. The document talks a lot about scalable infrastructure and cloud optimization.
Ah, so using the power of the cloud effectively and efficiently.
Yeah. They mention services like serverless computing, which can be a great way to save money.
It is. And they also stress the importance of monitoring cloud spending to avoid any nasty surprises.
Right, because those costs can really add up if you're not careful.
They can, and choosing the right cloud provider is essential too. Different providers have different strengths and pricing models.
And last but not least, they touch on the importance of partnerships and vendor management.
Ah, so it's not just about what you do in-house, it's about who you collaborate with as well.
Yeah. They suggest forging strategic partnerships and regularly reviewing vendor performance.
Makes sense. It's like building a dream team, bringing in experts in specific areas to complement your own skills.
Exactly. So you can focus on what you do best and rely on partners for everything else.
And it can give you access to cutting-edge technologies and specialized knowledge that you might not have in-house.
So, wow, we've covered a lot of ground today. This document really does paint a comprehensive picture of what it takes to build a successful software house.
It does. It's all about having a clear vision, a solid plan, and the agility to adapt to the ever-changing tech landscape.
And of course, never forgetting the importance of your people.
They are the heart of any successful company.
Absolutely. And here's a final thought for our listeners. How can these strategies be applied outside the software world? Could a small business owner, or even an individual, use these principles to achieve their goals?
That's a great question. I think there are definitely some universal takeaways here.
Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It was a fascinating one.
We'll be back soon with another topic to explore. Until then, keep innovating.